I should have.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Barclays Center for the 2026 NBA Draft. Let's meet this year's draft class. The SEC Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year from Arkansas, Darius Acuff Jr. He is an all-SEC freshman team selection from Tennessee, Ament. An all-Big 12 first-team selection out of Texas Tech, Christian Anderson Jr. The National College Player of the Year and ACC Rookie of the Year from Duke, Cameron Boozer. He's a smooth shooting guard out of Louisville, Mikel Brown Jr. An all Big 12 first team selection out of Arizona, Brayden. Burries. One of the Big 12's most productive scorers from Baylor, Cameron Carr. He's a dynamic force in the paint out of Houston, Chris Sanak Jr. This star-studded draft class continues with, he's the nation's leading college scorer and an All-America first-team selection from BYU, Dybantsa Jr. This lightning-quick guard from Duke is one of the ACC's premier scorers, Isaiah Evans. This Houston guard is recognized for his defensive intensity and instincts. Kingston Flemings. The WCC Freshman and Sixth Man of the Year from Santa Clara, Alan Graves. This relentless rebounder was a vital piece of Michigan's national championship run. Morez Johnson Jr. A two-and-all playmaker. He is the Big Ten Player of the Year from Michigan, Yaxel Lendeborg. A versatile defender from the New Zealand Breakers, Kareem Lopez. From Michigan, he is the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Aday. Rounding out this group of future stars, the ACC scoring champion and all-ACC team pick out of Stanford, Ebuka Okori. He's a powerful guard out of Kansas and an all-Big 12 all-freshman team selection, Darryn Peterson. An all-SEC first selection, an elite scorer out of Alabama, LeBaron Pylon Jr. He is the nation's leading rebounder and one of the Big Ten's top freshmen, Steinbach. This high IQ floor general is a polished shooter with deep range from Iowa. Bennett starts. This former Xavier standout is an accomplished multi-positional wing, Dylan Swade. He's the Big Ten Freshman of the Year from Illinois, Keaton Wagler. A dominant rebounder and defender from North Carolina, Caleb Wilson. Let's hear it one more time for this year's draft class. The future starts here.
I really love all the smiles, the joy, the childish almost excitement that we get to see from these young men, because this is something that they have dreamt about their entire lives, and now we are on the precipice and we get to play a very small part in it. I do want to mention, for any fans at home who maybe were confused when AJ Dybantsa was introduced as Anise Dybantsa, it was important to him that he represents his father, he's a junior, and his name in full tonight. So when you hear his name called, whether that is number 1, number 2, wherever he goes in this draft tonight, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver will be saying his full name, Anise Dybantsa, as AJ has his moment here. We're just a couple of minutes, Jay, from the draft beginning. You've been a part of so many of these, and each one of them is incredibly special. On the scale of bold to lukewarm predictions, you can make any of them, but what are you looking toward tonight?
You know, this draft has been interesting for so many reasons, but it seems like for months now it's almost been slotted. And I think we're going to get surprised by a number of the picks tonight, which I'm kind of looking forward to. And to Bobby's point earlier about the guards, when we get to 5, like who's going to break up that party? Is it going to be a Daimara of Michigan? Or another guy that I think could do that is Morez Johnson Jr. of Michigan. A guy that could go higher than we expect is Cameron Carr of Baylor, and then Nate Ament of Tennessee. You know, those guys could go in a range, but we could see them higher than they've been slotted. That'll be interesting to watch.
The New York Knicks, NBA champions, available now at NBA Store, a Fanatics experience.
Do the pickup. Out! Oh! You low. That brown or that brown? Which brown? By yourself. That first win, now we good. Now let's step it up, come on. Just turn. Now you're rolling, because Nas is the pop. They're not going to leave. Now it's me and you and Jokic, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you ain't that old, bro. Yeah, I know. You play with no three-point line. Be aggressive. Come on, be aggressive. Oh, yes! My bad. That was a little hard. My fault. 45 years old. My bad. Did they win? Who said that? Oh, those cats? No, that's the bad cats. Nova cats. Not Kentucky. Little Nova Wildcats. I'm with you, Nas. They won!
The wait is over. A new generation arrives. From every corner of the globe to the brightest stage in basketball, legendary careers begin tonight. Welcome to the 2026 NBA Draft. The future starts here.
Please welcome NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2026 NBA Draft. Last week, just a few miles from here, more than 2 million people filled the streets of Lower Manhattan to celebrate the Knicks' first championship in 53 years. As we've seen, few things bring people together like sports. It's about competition at the highest level, but it's also about the joy and connections shared by people all celebrating something they have in common. Tonight, we welcome a new generation of players into the NBA, each with their own unique story. Stories of hard work, discipline, and perseverance. Stories like the one of NBA Finals MVP Jalen Brunson, a second-round pick in the 2018 NBA Draft. Every pick matters in the chase to become the next NBA champion, and that pursuit begins tonight. Let's get started. The first pick in the 2026 NBA Draft belongs to the Washington Wizards, who have 5 minutes to make their selection.
And away we go. The Washington Wizards are on the clock with the #1 pick in the 2026 NBA Draft. So let's just take a quick look at the Wizards' franchise history here. Washington met Seattle in the 1978 NBA Finals, and they were led by Finals MVP Wes Unseld and Elvin Hayes. So Washington brought home their only championship. And then the Wizards, they had a top pick for the first time. They drafted Kwame Brown. This was during the Michael Jordan era. And their next first overall pick was 2010, John Wall. He was a 5-time All-Star, but the Wizards, they couldn't quite get over the hump, and now they are back at the top of the draft, looking to add to their core of players. It includes Trae Young, who just agreed, as Shams reported, to that extension, Anthony Davis, Alex Sarr. We're taking a look here inside the Wizards draft headquarters as they're deliberating making this decision, or maybe just putting the finalizing touches on a decision that they have kept pretty close to the vest here, Jay, and there has been a conversation over the last few weeks as to who they will select.
And there should be. I mean, there's a lot of talent at the top of this draft. But I think the most natural fit for the roster they have is A.J. Dybantsa. If you're looking for a wing to fit in with that group, he fits perfectly there. You can make a great argument for Darryn Peterson. You can make a great argument for Cameron Boozer. But I tend to think that Dybantsa is the best fit if that's what they're looking for, in addition to the great talent, because they've got 3 excellent choices there.
And A.J. Dybantsa has certainly said that he doesn't plan on dropping, is the way that he put it, any farther than #1. And again, if it is A.J., you will hear his name announced as Anise Dybantsa, his full name, Tim. But when you're looking at the needs of the Washington Wizards, at the top of the list feels like a healthy training camp with Anthony Davis and Trae Young and that partnership.
No doubt it starts there. It starts with both guys being motivated to be there, staying healthy. You're talking about one of the elite bigs and one of the elite scoring and dual threat guards we have in this league in Trae Young. A lot of young guys around him right now. They've got a lot of lottery picks on this team, but they don't have anything that's quite like A.J. Dybantsa and what he can bring. He's got a mature game. He's got a physical ability to break defenses down, play through contact. He fits in perfectly with what they need because they've got bigs, they've got a point guard that's going to be ball dominant, they've got some shooting and scoring coming off their bench. They don't have a big wing that can play both ends of the floor, immediately plug and play. That's why I think it's the right pick.
Well, I'm already envisioning the front court. I mean, can you imagine an A.J. Dybantsa, Alex Sarr, and Anthony Davis front court here, and certainly what you can do defensively? I think we're looking at team needs that are flashing up before each team. I think the biggest one for him, he's not a position. They need to learn how to win. When you go through all this losing, you need to learn how to win basketball games consistently, and that's going to be the biggest challenge as far as molding all these players together here.
You mentioned Anthony Davis. Do you expect him to be there long term? He's still waiting on a possible extension.
I do. I think they went out and traded for him in February with Dallas, and he's extension eligible on August 6th to sign a 4-year deal here, and I think he's part of the fabric moving forward.
And that's so interesting that you bring up learning how to win, because oftentimes, Drea, the player that's drafted at the top of the draft, they've been winners their entire lives, and then they go to a team that has historically struggled. It's why they're at the top of the draft, although those lottery odds are going to be changing in the future. Could AJ or Cam Boozer or a Darryn Peterson be part of changing that fabric?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and that's why the debate is between the three of them. They're all so talented, they're winners, they're competitive, but they're all different. They present something different when thinking about going to this Washington Wizards team. I know you talked about AJ Dybantsa's fit, Tim, but when you think about Darryn Peterson, possibly at times taking some of the playmaking pressure off of Trae Young, that could also be an appeal when you think about Darryn Peterson with this team.
I totally agree. Look, you're talking about two guys that are going to impact you immediately. One thing I can tell you, having played there, this is an area that's going to get behind a team. Like, they're dying for their basketball team to be good down there. It's a hotbed for high school hoops, Jay, as you know. One of the most heavily recruited areas in the country. There's a major D1 presence there. This is the franchise that they want to get behind, and they're starting to with some of the talent they've added in veterans, and now the #1 pick.
And as we watch them in the green room, I'm always interested to see whose phone maybe is going to ring, and we're going to get to catch the exact moment, a text message that's going to come through. Because even though at this point we all expect the Washington Wizards, it's not going down to the final minute and 12 seconds. Some of this is the moment and the pageantry. But that's all part of this, Jay. At some point in the next minute and 5 seconds, an agent's phone is going to ring.
And lives are going to change, and the future of franchises are going to change. And some of it can be negative, but most of it's positive. And it's going to be exciting to see whose name is called first.
It's every one of these players just went on the greatest job interview process in the last 2 months here. And they are about to join an elite fraternity that only 450 players could join, and 30 of them tonight get to join that group. And
only a couple get to join. Only a few have been in that fraternity of being the #1 selection. Jay, in the final 25 seconds, who are you expecting to hear here?
I think it's going to be Dybantsa, but again, you can make a great case for Boozer, a great case for Peterson, but I think it's going to be Dybantsa. Who knows? We'll see.
Well,
it's amazing it hasn't leaked out.
It really has. Well, the conversation, it's over. Let's send it back to the podium to find out who is the #1 pick.
With the first pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Anise Dybantsa Jr. from Brigham Young University.
The debate, the conversation, it's over. In a class that's been touted as one of the deepest in recent memory, it is Anise AJ Dybantsa, the freshman out of BYU that the Washington Wizards select #1 overall. And Dybantsa, he traded high school experiences like going to prom to shape himself into the blueprint of a top selection. But this, sharing the dream he's talked about and worked towards for so many years with his father Ace, his mom Chelsea, his sisters Samara and Jasmine. This is what the draft is all about. And he's talked about being #1, he's expected, he has manifested, and now he is certainly that. And in his lone season at BYU, he scored the most points by a freshman in Big 12 history behind his favorite player, Kevin Durant. And the Brockton native, Jay, it was very important to him that it was specifically Brockton and not the Boston area. He was a finalist for the Naismith, the Wooden Awards. He's not just got the skill, he has the charisma and the confidence to be a franchise player.
And the mentality of a true pro. And he's the first freshman, he averaged 25 a game, Malik, and the first freshman to lead the nation in scoring in a quarter century. He's built for the NBA. All his measurables, he's 6'8", he's got a 7-foot wingspan. All the athletic tools. He had the 4th best max vertical at the combine. He attacks downhill. He's a 3-level scorer that's continuing to improve his 3-point accuracy. But where he is devastating is at the mid-range with those long strides. He can make NBA-level shots right now oversized. He can post, he can back you in and shoot over the top. His mid-range game is elite, and he's also got open court abilities. Excellent in transition, and he can get to the foul line. He led the NCAA in free throw attempts, and when Richie Saunders, one of BYU's top scorers and best shooter, went out this year, he increased his productivity in his absence against much more focused defense to stop him. I think he can be an excellent defender. He's still working on that, but he's got all the tools to be a great NBA player.
Jay, you talk about Richie Saunders going down, and Dybantsa talked about how that also challenged his leadership and being more vocal, and he had an incredible finish to his freshman season. AP Big 12 Player of the Year. He finished the season with 14 straight 20-point games, second longest streak in Big 12 history behind Trae Young, 93 points in the Big 12 tournament. That tops, like you said, Malika, his favorite player, which was Kevin Durant.
And AJ is with our Lisa Salters.
AJ, you wanted to be the #1 pick.
Yeah.
You are now the #1 pick. Just what does it feel like when your childhood dream comes true?
It just means a lot. Obviously, it's just a stepping stone. Obviously, I have a lot more work to do, but a testament to all my hard work and all the discipline and sacrifices that I made.
You go by AJ,
Yeah.
but you wanted to be announced tonight as the #1 pick.
Yeah.
By the name, your formal name that you share with your father, Anise.
Yeah.
Why did you want to do that?
I mean, everything I do is for him. And this name he gave me is really his name because he's senior. So I also want to honor him this day, too.
Now, introduce us to who you have up here with
This
you.
is my older sister, Samara, and my younger sister, Jasmine.
What does it mean to you guys to see your brother realizing his dream like this?
It's so crazy because it's like when we were younger, you used to see him in the backyard, you know, playing basketball. And now he's the #1 pick for the NBA. Like, he's come so far.
He's your knucklehead little brother, right?
Yes.
And now he's the #1 pick in the draft. How do you reconcile that?
It's just crazy because it's like he's worked really hard for this moment, and I'm so proud of him. You know, he knows that. He knows I'm proud.
Congratulations to all of you
so
guys.
much.
Lisa, thank you. Look at this, just the little smile. He believed that this would be a moment that came true for him, AJ Dybantsa did, that he would be the #1 pick.
Going for the win. Look at the determination on his face.
I just flipped the switch. Flip. I don't know nobody else that's doing this. Don't ever stop.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It happens every morning. Full body nutrition and fuel to start whatever's next. Quaker, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
I think it's going to be more of a five-man game, and we really have to play a complete basketball game. I don't think one man can beat the Boston Celtics.
And we're underway here. The Celtics in white, the Bulls in red, and Boston control. Jordan trying to fake Bird, can't do it. Hits the jumper, but Bird played pretty well defensively against Jordan there. Bird guards Jordan, and Jordan hits the jumper anyway. Michael Jordan, 21 points. 10 points in this period for Ainge. And what a great shot, and a basket and a foul. Chicago is led virtually all the way. Jordan banks it in, and Jordan with 40 points. Jordan, short jumper, and it drops, and 50 points for Michael Jordan. Jordan ties the game.
Oh, boy.
63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record.
With the second pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Darryn Peterson from the University of Kansas.
Well, the Utah Jazz, they feel like they just selected another #1 pick. in Darryn Peterson, the freshman out of Kansas. He averaged just over 20 points a game for the Jayhawks. That's the most by a freshman in Kansas history. And veteran CJ McCollum, who's one of Peterson's mentors, right? He said that his ceiling, Peterson's ceiling, it can really be whatever he wants it to be. And Jay, you saw it firsthand. The talent is clearly there. We didn't necessarily get to see him at full strength at Kansas, but what is Utah getting?
They're getting the most talented prospect in this draft. He is a fluid, smooth, almost artistic scorer. He's got all the measurables as well. He's not as tall as Dybantsa, but he's 6'5". He's got a wingspan that goes to 6'10". He's very athletic, but he can really shoot it. His shot preparation is excellent. He moves without the ball very well, and he is very creative in getting his own shot. So he can shoot it off DHOs. He can shoot it off the catch, off the dribble. He moves off screens. You know, his catch and shoot numbers were excellent. And when he was healthy, honestly, there was nobody better. We talked about that game he played against BYU and AJ Dybantsa in the first half. He was magnificent with 18 points on 6 of 8 shooting. He's just a savant scoring the ball, a natural, excellent in transition. He can finish with either hand around the basket, but in catch and shoot situations, here he got fouled against North Carolina and knocked it down. Deep range, and everything seems effortless with him, even though he puts a lot of effort in it. His shooting on the move, excellent. And one of the things that I think is underrated about Darryn Peterson is I think he can be an excellent defender. You know, he gets steals. He blocks shots. He's impactful on the defensive end, and I think that's only going to get better. He's a quiet personality, but he isn't quiet on the court. He's loud when he plays.
One of the things I love about him is he changes speeds. He doesn't play at one speed all the time. That's growth as an offensive player. The catch and shoot ability, Jay alluded to, 43% off the catch. That's going to be really important when you get to the league, and there's a lot of guys you're going to be playing with that want the ball in their hands. You've got to make quick decisions with it. He can do that off the catch. The thing I'm excited about for Utah, Will Hardy's one of the good young minds in this game.
Absolutely.
He has not had a mandate to win there. They're starting to now get to that point. They want to go out and compete every night. I think Darryn Peterson's going to help them do that.
And Darryn Peterson is with our Lisa Salters.
Wow, when you guys see all the emotion there, that was your grandfather actually that gave you that big hug. Just what was he saying to you?
He was just happy. He didn't even say much. He was just happy for me. Yeah, he was just super happy for me.
When you look back at all of those workouts that your dad put you through, did you guys ever think that it would lead to this, the #2 pick in the NBA draft?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't, but my pops always knew. And once I got older, I started to believe it as well. But all of it paid off.
And Mr. Darryl, what does it mean to you that throughout his career, he's chosen to wear the number 22 in honor of you?
It means a lot. You know, that was my number. It shows how much he believes and respects me as a dad, and he just embraced it.
Miss Sasha, just how proud of you are your son right now?
It's just a blessing. I'm just happy to be here and be a part of his journey.
Congratulations to all of you guys. Enjoy the ride.
Appreciate it
so much.
Appreciate it.
With the 3rd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Cameron Boozer from Duke University.
Cameron Boozer, he has been a winning player at every single level, and now he is on his way to Memphis. Boozer, the consensus National Player of the Year, AP All-America first-team selection. He is the son of 2-time NBA All-Star and NCAA champion. You see him there, Carlos Boozer. But it was his mom, Cameron told me, who drove him to every single practice, every tournament, helped him find all of his trainers. He, of course, played with his twin brother, Keaton, at Duke as well. And this quote, I think, just gives such great insight, as you see a very proud Pops right there, into the winning mentality of Cameron Boozer. He said, whether I go 1 or I go 15, it's about fit. I just want to have a long career. Where it starts doesn't determine where I'm going to finish. And Jay, you've said that looking at Cam's numbers, he really did have a case here to be the #1 pick.
No question. And again, I think he's the best pure basketball player in the draft. He's skilled, he's physical, he knows how to play. Plays angles really well. He shot just under 40% from 3 on the season, made 54 of them, so it's a high volume to take a look at. So he can space the floor, he's excellent in the post, and then he can face up. But he's an elite processor of the game, an excellent passer with a 25% assist rate. You can see here coming off a screen roll, a little pick and pop, and as he spins into the lane, he finds Caleb Foster with a difficult pass out of the lane to get the open shot, and that's something he did game in, game out. He had 22 double-doubles on the season, and he had 14 games where he led Duke, an outstanding team with a bunch of really good players, in scoring, rebounding, and assists in the same game. In fact, his worst game was 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists against a team that Duke blew out, and he didn't play the whole game.
I am so happy for you guys. Like, I have known you guys since you were little, so I just feel so much happiness for you guys right now. But for you, Cameron, just, you've known this moment was coming, right? But what's it like when you finally hear the commissioner say your name?
I don't even know how to describe it, honestly, man. It's crazy. Instant happiness, instant joy. Basically my whole life in a couple of seconds, so it was amazing for sure.
And Cece's over there trying not to cry. I'm going to get to you, Miss Cece. But first for you, Cam, you and your brother Caden, you guys came into the world with a purpose, and that was to save your older brother Carmani, who was battling sickle cell disease. You guys did that. And I know that this moment is your moment, but in your mind, how much of it belongs to your brothers as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's my moment, but it's our moment. You know, as a family, you see us all sitting here. You know, I wouldn't be here without any of these guys right here, and girls, of course, my mom. But, you know, it's just a great feeling to be here with them. They've been there with me every step of the way, so it's amazing for sure.
And Carmani, I know how tight all of you guys are. Just what's it mean to you to know that your brother, little guy, your little brother, probably a little taller though, but your little brother is the number 3 pick in the draft?
Being able to see everything he does, works hard, and then shows up, I couldn't be more proud of someone. And to be able to call my little brother is amazing.
And Miss Cece, I go back
that
to
little brother.
I go back to, you know, almost 20 years ago. You guys were dealing with so much fear and uncertainty at that time, and now here you are 19 years later, all of your boys are thriving. Like, how would you describe this journey to get here?
I think it's really just faith over fear. So, you know, we battled that adversity as a family, and now we get to celebrate as a family and be here to watch Cameron, and I just couldn't be more proud.
And Carlos, I just keep thinking of the kids in their 3 Bulls jerseys at the Heat game cheering for the Heat. That was hilarious. But what have you told Cameron about what to expect as an NBA rookie?
Yeah, first, just so proud of him, man. Like the dedication. You heard Carmani talk about it. His sacrifice. He shows up every single day. I'm just happy for him, man. Take each moment, enjoy each moment. Obviously, be where your feet are. This is something you've been waiting for your entire life, and go enjoy it, man. Go enjoy it.
Congratulations to all of you guys. I know this is a family affair. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I am a leader because I set a strong example.
I'm a leader by being responsible.
I stand up for myself and others.
I am confident.
I am caring.
We want girls to lead their own way. The WNBA and NBA are proud to support Lean In Girls, a free leadership program that any school can use to help girls build confidence and resilience, embrace their strengths, and take the lead. This is what leadership looks like.
Let's go, B12. Let's go, from the jump. Let's go. Together, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, big dog, you already know it. Start with me and you. Okay, come on.
Pirtle and Allen will jump it up. And here we go, game 4.
Come on, step back 3 on the way.